Well, hello there, Christina here, and welcome to the Becoming Wives show. It is the place to explore the inner work needed to help recover and engage your soulful essence. Now remember to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you can keep up to date with our weekly content. So I've been preoccupied lately with readings on deep work and identifying the thing to focus on with diligence for one's life work, your bliss, or myth as others call it. Carl Jung once shared that everybody acts out a myth, but very few people know what their myth is. And you should know what your myth is because it might be a tragedy and maybe you don't want it to be. I'm looking at this today in light of your career, your calling, your soul work. What is it that you have to offer to the world that you're so passionate about? What will you serve? How will you serve? How do you find meaning? What struggles have you been through that have left footprints or clues that have been contributing to your becoming? What are those experiences that have strengthened you, made you wiser, more resilient and powerful? Finding your myth or your bliss is not necessarily something that can be taught. It's not something that is passed on. It's the pieces that tie together to create your story. And this is a work that you have to do on your own. It's a fight that you have to fight. Jung went on to share that your experiences, fears, gifts, talents, relationships are all part of the process on helping you, and that the shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. And so you can start by listening, by spending quality time with yourself and getting familiar with your inner voice, your intuition, your feelings, your preferences and abilities. Unveiling your insecurities, eliminating the little dark hot spots within yourself. You can open up and ask the difficult questions, the uncomfortable questions. All these will help you to sharpen your discernment. Tied to that is the importance of focusing. And this has two parts. Focusing on your something. Not being all over the place with tons of ideas that are not maturing. Having what we'd say back in Jamaica as 10 pot of fire. While it's wonderful to be good at several things, it takes discipline. It takes discipline to take something and to go deep with it. You have to determine that for your life. Focusing also involves the undivided attention to tasks. Now, this is not easy, especially if you've not been practicing and making it a habit. You have to establish rituals around this. This is something that I'm still working to master. Not being distracted at all during a set time, whether 2 to 4 hour blocks of time as you work on a task. No phones, no people, no hopping off to check on the clothes in the machine. Serious focused work in an environment that can accommodate and foster that creative energy. A sort of grounding. And this means isolating yourself for a little while, even if that's in your closet. That's the place where the real work can take place. And if you decide to attain mastery, you must demonstrate this level of respect to yourself and to your work. And over time, you will see progress and success. You know when you're on your path of purpose. So what happens when you follow your myth? Not only do you become more of who you are, more authentic, more alive. I think Joseph Campbell sums this up in a beautiful quote from one of his communications. And he said, if you do follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while waiting for you. And the life that you ought to be living is the one you are living. When you can see that, you begin to meet people who are in the field of your bliss and they open the doors to you. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Now, friend, may doors swing wide, wide, wide open for you. I hope that you found these little tips and reminders helpful. You remember to subscribe for the soulful content that I share here every week to empower you, to enlighten you, to encourage you on your journey. And in the comments, let me know if you feel like you're on a path of finding your myth and living it. Bye-bye for now.